it's Brighton. You'll have to ignore the mess behind me. We just rearranged a bunch of rooms in our house, and we moved the office into a tiny little room, and so like all the stuff has just been shoved in here and not organized yet. So yeah, there's a mess around me. I'm hoping that I don't get photobombed, because now our screen is facing like it's facing the dining room. Can you see the dining table? So it's very likely that a child will interrupt, but I'm hoping that they don't, so I don't have to edit. Okay. It's been a little while since I made a video, hasn't it? I just kind of wanted to do an overall update video because a little bit has changed in our life right now. We are still fostering. We have a current placement of 3 kiddos. We've had them now for 2 months. We just got back from a really big, long trip. We got permission to take them out of state, which is kind of a big deal. If you are a foster parent, you know how big of a deal it is to be able to take your kids on vacation. But we took our RV and drove 30-some hours. It was 36 hours. Well, it was 24 hours our first leg. Then we drove an extra 10 hours to go to the beach. So it was 34 hours. Just like travel time, not including stops or anything like that. Like actual... Like, that's what MapQuest told us that it would be. So it was a really long drive. Of course, in an RV, you drive a little bit slower, takes a little bit longer, and you stop a lot. And so, yeah, it was much longer than that. We did 4 full 12-hour days to get there and 4 full 12-hour days to get back. So it was a lot of driving. But that's beside the point. We survived it, and it was a lot of fun. The kids had a great time seeing Grandma and going to the beach. It was great fun. So... I'm trying to debate how much I want to tell you guys. Okay. I'll tell you, I'm not going to tell you that now. I have some details that I want to tell you guys. I just don't know when the appropriate time is to tell you. I don't know what's going on here with my hair. Anyway, there's some things going on, and we've kind of hinted at it. Mike said that we had some news to share later, and you guys asked if we were pregnant, which we're not. So anyways, I'm not sure of the timing of how I want to tell you. So since I haven't really thought through it, I'm not going to tell you now. But one big thing that I do want to tell you is that because we are still fostering, and it's kind of like all-consuming, like genuinely a full-time job, and most days in like a train wreck because of it. It's a very, very busy, all-consuming job. It consumes every part of my emotion and my thoughts and every minute of my life. It is very consuming. It's a very difficult job, and it's something that I don't love doing it, but I am passionate about it, if that makes sense. I know that I'm supposed to be doing it, and I wouldn't say that I love doing it. It's a lot of work, and it's really hard, and it's caused a lot of stress in my life. I love working with the kids, and that's why I do it. But I hate the system. I hate the foster system. I hate dealing with agencies. I hate dealing with CPS. I hate dealing with all the different therapies and having people in my home every 5 minutes, and it's crazy and hectic. So, anyways. Because of that, this last year we had to kind of redo how we homeschool for a majority of the year. I switched to an online school. So instead of doing my beloved Sunlight, which I really deeply love, seriously love Sunlight, we switched to an online school because life just got to be too much for me. I couldn't do everything. I couldn't juggle. At that time we had our 2-year-old twins, and Brightly was a 2-year-old, and I just couldn't do 3 2-year-olds and sit down and homeschool and read books all the time. So, anyways, we switched to an online school at that time, and we finished out the year. Jackson finished kindergarten, and Maylee finished 2nd grade. And then over the summer, we got a new placement with another school-age child. And so we're sending another kid to our public school, which we did have our placement. He was 7, and we were sending him to school. And so I just kind of got a glimpse of what life is like with homeschool kids while also having a public school kid, and like juggling these 2 different schooling options, and it was crazy. It was crazy dealing with the schools schedule and all of that, and then also dealing with our homeschool stuff and trying to juggle just everything. We quit going to homeschool co-op because there was too much. I didn't have the time for it. And our church right now is really, like the ages of everyone at our church. Our kids are the only kids at church. And so they don't get a lot of social interaction at our church right now. And so because of those two things, our kids were kind of isolated, and I was feeling very stressed. And so for this next year, we have decided to public school our children, and I'm not homeschooling them this year. And I have a lot of mixed emotions. I went and registered them last week, and I just about cried and lost it. I about walked out and didn't do it. But I feel like it's the right choice for right now. And I've always said we homeschool year to year. We're going to decide what curriculums we use and what we're doing and everything year by year. Like, we're just going to figure out what is working, what isn't working, and just go with that. And right now, homeschool just isn't working. Foster care has just taken up so much of my life, and it is a huge sacrifice that we're making as a family, time-wise, and so one of the things that we are sacrificing is homeschool, and it makes me really sad. I love homeschooling. I love being able to go and do things with my kids, and I love the community, but it's just not possible right now with foster care being something that we are committed to. And I do not plan to be committed to foster care forever, but right now it just is, I don't know how to describe it other than that's where God wants me right now. And trust me, if I didn't feel that way, I would not be doing it, because I can't wait for the day that I'm done with foster care. It sounds so bad, but genuinely, my love for these kids that we get overrides how painful and miserable it is. So anyways, that's my big news for you guys, is that we are not going to be homeschooling this year. I enrolled 3 children in school. Maylee is going into 3rd grade. Our foster daughter is going into 2nd grade. And then Jackson has to redo kindergarten. You know how much that sucks? I did a whole year of homeschool, and it counts for nothing. I guess it counts for something. He learned and he grew. But he didn't meet the age mark, because he turns 6 in November. But because he was so ready for it, we just started kindergarten last year, so... Anyways, he'll go into kindergarten again this year, and that's okay. So yeah, I'm not anti-public school. There's a lot that I don't like about it, but I see the great in it too. There's a lot of great teachers. Our school district is amazing. I know that firsthand because we dealt with it this last year with our foster son, and also everybody in our area moves to our area for the school, so I know that it's a good school, and it gives me comfort knowing that, and so... We're doing it. We're public schooling this year, and I'm hoping next year that I will be able to, that sounded funny, I'm hoping that I'll be able to homeschool them again next year. We'll just see how our life goes. Yeah, life is just weird right now. We're in this really weird, ever-changing moment of our life just with foster care. So yeah, I don't know how much longer I'll do foster care. It might be another year or 2. Probably. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, that's a quick update from us. Our foster care kids are doing really well. Yeah, they're just doing good. They're doing well. We love them. They're good kids. They are doing really good in our home, and we've adjusted really well to having them here, so we've all just gotten very comfortable with each other. And I will tell you, I am missing my last placement, my babies. I didn't think that I knew that I would cry, but I didn't realize that I would mourn my kids. I didn't realize that I would mourn losing them. And I'm so happy that they got to go home to their family. Like, that's truly where they belong, but it's just when you love somebody and then all of a sudden you have no contact with them, it's almost like they die. Like, you just completely lose them. You don't get to ever see them again or hear from them or know how they're doing, and it's just really sad. So I cry for them often, and I pray for them all the time. So Anyways, emotional roller coaster of foster parenting. Anyways, alright, that's my quick update. I just want to tell you guys that we are public schoolers now. It's weird. But it's okay. It's alright. I've got 3 that are still going to be home with me, and so I'm going to be very busy with those 3. And I think my kids really need the social interaction. I've always made a point to make sure that they had lots of friends while we homeschooled, and so we were involved in a lot of things. But, you know, they aren't able to make friends with just how busy our life is. We haven't been able to get out much. So, it's what's best for right now, and I hope to homeschool again someday soon. So, all you homeschoolers, enjoy it. Enjoy it for me. Anyways, that's all from me. That was a really long video. Sorry for making it long. Sometimes I'm just chatty. Alright, bye guys.